Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions. I take them out of the chat before I come on. I do apologize, was running late this morning. My parents needed some help last minute, but that's all taken care of. So all's well there. So thank you for your patience. Thank you. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there, and I timestamp them as I go. All right. And I guess that's about the main thing. Tomorrow is election day. Kathy DeLau says, Autumn has to get everything just right before she starts. Maybe. Actually, finally, there's this. It's not a mess. I'm so much happier. And that is a new throw, Stars and Stripes. So, especially for election day and then 4th of July and that sort of thing. So, okay. Although the mat I'm using is actually Christmas because I don't have one for November or Thanksgiving. So, anyway, all right. I am going on again tonight at 7 p.m. It's really, don't feel, like, I'm going to miss something. I'm just going to go through a whole bunch of astrology charts. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping a tab and trying to look through as many as I can because I have this huge database now that I didn't get a chance to really use. So, I'm glad you like the overlay. Thank you. Thought it would be good the day before election day. So, yeah, tonight from 7 until whenever, I'm just going to come on and just go through some charts. You're welcome to come hang out with everybody else and just chat in the chat. So I won't feel slighted if you're, just talking to each other, because I know some people aren't into the astrology. But if I was going to go through them, I thought, why not just share with you guys? So that'll be this evening, 7 p.m. Central. And soon here, I will make a cover for it so I can set that up for anybody who's interested. Okay, but now we have questions. I have your questions. Christine just got home from voting here in Chicago. Thank you for voting. Thank you. Thank you. And Kathy says the pillows look very nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. Okay. Hello, Deborah. CC Ryder says, oh, great, we'll pop in tonight. Wanda's giving a thumbs up. Okay. Ricky says, love the poinsettias. Can you see it? I didn't think you could see it. Those are leaves. The poinsettias is what I have in the map, but I didn't think you could see them. Oh. Anyway. Thank you, Scott. All right, so let's, we're going to start with a little video today for anybody who didn't see this little gem. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Kathy. All right, at 4 minutes in, we're going to share with you the new political ad. Let me make sure I turn this off for a second. And share. I'm calling this, And God Made a Narcissist. There it is. Ready?
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a protector. So God made a fighter. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, kiss his family goodbye, travel thousands of miles for no other reason than to serve the people, to save their jobs, their livelihoods, their liberty, their happiness. So God made a fighter. God said, I need someone to be strong, advocate truth in the midst of hysteria, someone who challenges conventional wisdom and isn't afraid to defend what he knows to be right and just. So God made a fighter. God said, I need somebody who will take the arrows, stand firm in the wake of unrelenting attacks, look a mother in the eyes and tell her that her child will be in school. She can keep her job, go to church, eat dinner with friends, and hold the hand of an aging parent taking their breath for the last time.
Yes, because you killed
God
them.
Made a fighter. God said, I need a family man. A man who would laugh and then sigh and then reply with smiling eyes when his daughter says she wants to spend her life doing what Dad does. So God made a fighter.
Paid for by Ron DeSantis, Republican for governor. And God made a raging narcissist. What on earth would possess someone to make this? And Lady Macbeth herself. Now, he paid for this, but she's tweeting it as if, what, somebody else made it? I love you, Ron. On behalf of millions of people, never stop fighting for freedom. Thank you, Lady Macbeth. You can have several seats. Okay, was there a part, is this Sandy Trump? DeSantis. Oops. I can't spell at this angle. Anyway, close enough. Let me just put this down. And is there a video? I thought there was a video. Here we go. 18 seconds.
Party for the nomination like nobody's ever seen before. Let's see, there it is. Trump at 71. Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%. Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought. Liz Cheney, there's no way she's at party for the nomination like nobody's ever seen before. Let's see, there it is. Trump at 71. Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%. Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought. Liz Cheney, there's no.
You know you have made God in your image when he hates the same people you do. What on earth would possess somebody to put out an ad about themselves saying that they are the chosen one? And that's why Trump called him DeSanctimonious, because that ad is just after that ad came out. Because Trump is supposed to be the chosen one, remember? So Trump's mad that DeSantis is calling himself God made a fighter. God made a raging narcissist who should be ashamed of himself. Jesus did not preach, tell everyone how you are chosen. Tell everyone you are chosen. Tell everyone how special you are. They will know you by your ways, not by your PR department. And I don't mind if somebody has a PR department, but do not say that you are special, chosen by God. Sit down. Excuse me. You out there, you all, you are as special as I am. We are all special. Our souls are all pieces of the divine, and they are precious. We are like a table full of Fabergé eggs. You don't look at any Fabergé eggs and go, oh, well, that one's not important. Oh, that one doesn't stand up. No, they're Fabergé eggs. They are irreplaceable. They are precious. They are magnificent. That is the way things are. And any one of those that stands up and is like, and God made me. You're on a tray of Fabergé eggs. You egotistical, self-centered, cruel, blankety blank. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I just, Mimi is saying 8th day, so now they're rewriting the Bible. Sure, why not? Oh, Mel, I'm totally with you. Grim bleeper, grim bleeper, grim bleeper. Kevin is saying it was based on the Paul Harvey speech from 1978. So God, is it made a farmer? Oh, okay. I'm so upset by that. I'm sweating now. I need my little fan. I'm serious. Oh my gosh, that made me angry. Are you kidding me? The question is that going to work? I mean, that's what it comes down to. Is that going to work? Is that actually going to convince anybody? Manang says, as a Christian Buddhist, I find this video so offensive. Yeah. So, all right, is this going to work? Is anybody going to be like, oh yes, I'm going to vote for him now? And you see, I don't normally listen to DeSantis, so I don't hear he's got a terrible voice. Have you heard his voice? Sarah called I was talking to Sarah and I said, he's got a terrible voice. She said, he sounds like a prepubescent frog. That's one way to describe it. He just sounds so small and weak and whiny. And then you got Barack Obama out there giving speeches, and it's like, wow. And then Ron DeSantis speaks, and it's like, take your go-go boots and go. You are poor of spirit, and I do not normally say that about people who have in their religious beliefs. I really don't. I don't want to. But you are poor of spirit. Sarah, prepubescent Kermit. Thank you. Sorry. 9 of Wands, Temperance, 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Yikes. Okay, there are definitely people who don't want DeSantis. They want a governor who isn't wasting taxpayer money shipping immigrants across the country. but he's done so much damage, and if he gets back in, he will continue to do damage, and it will be the beginning of more cruelty. So DeSantis and Chris, just dear great Gussie. Darren says, it might work for some. What good fortune for those in power that people do not think. It's Adolf Hitler's exact words. Huh. What good fortune for those in power that people do not think. Well, you Trump up there saying, I love the uneducated. And you didn't find that condescending. You didn't put two to, okay, all right. Mel says both Sterling and Linda G predict Charlie Crist will beat DeSantis. Sure hope so. Hey, Kelly. DL Jersey Shore saying hoping Gen Z will come out in droves tomorrow. Yeah. Well, that's hope. But he's also the incumbent. Page of Pentacles, Hierophant, World. I get weird cards on, don't I always get weird? I'm pretty sure I always get weird cards on this race. It's like, you're only a page. You don't have the power you need to fill these shoes. And then I've got a World card, which is completion, which I would think would mean he's not going to, but the energy is just a mess. Hermit. All right, we know he's carrying the burden, but the people who've drunk the cafefe, they don't care. Okay, this is not good for him. It's the burden, and yeah, he has the people who've drunk the cafefe, but they're not enough. He's a king of pentacles, but he's not an emperor. And the eclipse is falling on DeSantis's chart. It is slamming his Uranus, right up the Uranus, which is unexpected energy, bolt out of the blue. It confuses me. Noel Broussard completing his term? I hope so. Electra Storm says when DeSatan won last time, he barely won. Apparently the GOP, they're already filing to contest votes. I think that's on here. I think that's one of these. That is, move this over so I can get to the other questions. Move this up so I'll be able to see them. And yes, we're looking at that next. Eileen had a question about the GOP is suing to disqualify mail ballots in swing states. Page of Wands, Three of Wands. He has his message out there. He's hoping it's going to come back and save him, but this is a message of cruelty, and this is voters going away. Not to mention the fact he killed many of them. All right, that's what I'm getting. Scott says they just call it his way of talking. Raging narcissism? Okay. Thank you, Allison. All right, well, let's just move on, because, okay. 1930. 1930, and we're going to be okay. I know I sound very frustrated today, but we are going to be okay. I mentioned this yesterday. I will say it again. If the worst comes to worst, all right? If I get that Democrats will retain control of the House and the Senate once all the legal garbage settles, but if McCarthy becomes House Speaker, he's going to be miserable if he doesn't become House Speaker. He's going to be miserable if he does. He's going to be under constant attack from your Marjorie Taylor Greens and all those people, and he's not going to get anything done. They'll make a lot of noise, sound and fury that signifies nothing. Okay? So keep that in mind. Hey, Sarah. Well, thank you, Mrs. Devine. Okay, so let's change this to 21. So the GOP is suing to disqualify ballots in swing states. Didn't they manage to do that in Pennsylvania, where if you don't have if it doesn't have the date on it, it's a mail-in vote, it doesn't have the date on it, it gets disqualified? The lawsuits coincide with a systematic effort by leaders to get voters to cast ballots in person, not absentee. What will happen? Will this have an effect, basically? Oma, thank you. Oma Sheila the Quilter. Autumn, you look beautiful for 21. Why, thank you. You're only off by 30 years. Kelly says, I have champagne chilling. Oh, I hope we can pop that, but what's going to happen? Will the GOP manage to disqualify enough mail-in ballots? Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second. Slow, deep breath out. One more time. Slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a few seconds. Slow, deep breath out. Okay. Thank you, Fran. Well, yeah, the GOP, they are convinced that it's their voters who will come out on election day. And it's true to a certain extent, but in most places, the majority of mail-in ballots are Democratic, but not all. You start disenfranchising all the mail-in ballots, it's not going to necessarily go well for you. 10 of wands, lies, 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 in the immortal words of the Thompson twins, lies, 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 yeah. Burden ballots, so many lying about it. Chaos, but this isn't real chaos. This is manufactured chaos. This feels as phony as a $3 bill. This is such manufactured garbage. Man. Michelle, thank you for voting. Kelly will be voting tomorrow. Thank you for voting. Everybody, thank you for voting. Voting, that's a decision. That is a voting decision, legal decision. Republicans have issues, and they have to fight because their tent is small and shrinking and cruel. It's cold in there and dark, and people might die. So yeah, that's not exactly a big tent. And look at the Democrats. All of this, everything laid out. And the Republicans, they're unsteady, they're unstable, but they're trying to fight. But the card in the middle, it's just, the stock market has recovered, inflation's going down. And There was a great meme. I think I shared it this morning on Twitter because I haven't figured out where else to go yet. And it said, think of it this way. In Texas, they offered a $10,000 bounty against any woman seeking an abortion. Biden is trying to give $10,000 debt relief to people who have student debt. Kind of says it all. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go as well for them as they think. And was there something here about the the next question is about the polling. Interesting thing about the polling. Hermit. You have a small tent. You don't have a big tent. You're not bringing lots of lovely people in and giving them hope and all of this. You have a small tent, and it's getting colder and darker and more horrible. Why would anyone go in there? You need to change your policies, because just kicking down Democratic policies isn't the way to go. Women voting in secret, not telling the people around them, people who normally would vote Republican or who are going in with their significant others, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to vote. I'm going to go over here and vote. Of course I'm going to vote for the Republican. And they go in there because you can't, my understanding is it is law. It is federal law. Somebody can't go in the polling booth with you. They can't. You're not allowed. Husbands can't go in there and pressure their wives. Women voting in secret to bring temperance. Not as many voters are going to go, yay, patriarchy, like they're hoping. So, all right. So we'll go on to the next question here. I do want to say, I like to try stuff, and I got some of this from my birthday. I got a can of this, which I've never tried before. It's peach mango green tea with stevia, and it's really sweet, but it's pretty good. So anyway, if you see me over here and it looks like I'm drinking a beer, I mean, I'm old enough to be here drinking a beer, and it's afternoon, but still, I don't drink. But so I just wanted to show you that, because I look like, it's the day before the election, and I look like I'm standing here with a beer. Ooh, that's sweet. But I like that, so. Okay. Oh, I made Wanda laugh, so good. Then my day is worthwhile. All right. 2830. Something to keep in mind. I think this is fascinating. At 2830, per the Daily Beast, pollsters, quote, have no blanking idea, unquote, what is going to happen tomorrow, noting that they won't even be surprised if they are completely wrong. Pollsters are saying themselves, they don't know that they're right. They don't have confidence in their own polls. So this idea, because every time I open up, where's my phone? Every time I open up Apple News, that's what I do first thing in the morning. I wake up, I reach over, I grab my phone, I pull up ye old news app. And for weeks now, once this loads, anytime now, your normal Republicans suing to disqualify thousands of ballots in battleground states, blah, 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 blah. Tuesday, tomorrow, will be the last time you be able to view a total lunar eclipse until 2025. But then it's this 538 forecast. So I've had to look at this stupid chart every day for weeks when I first thing in the morning as I'm scrolling through. And it's depressing because it's saying Republicans will retake both. It's the House. It says there's 55 out of 100% chance Republicans will take control of the Senate. 45 out of 100 chance the Democrats will. And it's, according to them, terrible in the House. It's like 83% chance Republicans will retake the House. 55% Republicans will retake the Senate. And I've had to look at that, and it's like, it doesn't seem to quite gel. And now even the pollsters are saying, we don't know. So do not let the polls stress you out. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Scott. I like that, Mel. Some people lie to pollsters on purpose to screw with them. CC Ryder says, we wouldn't care if you were slamming vodka shots after each question. Eclipse, Nazis trying to take over. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Nancy says Michael Steele enraged. Oh, is enraged by DeSantis's ad. Yes. I thought you said something that enraged DeSantis. And I was like, go Michael Steele. But go Michael Steele anyway. So, pollsters, are you about to get a rude awakening? And Democrats will sweep through. Knight of Wands. Oh, far right. Ick. Temperance, King of Wands. Voters are looking for temperance. This is Trump the man or the far right, and this is the burden of the far right. I have twinning temperance, and there's a real burden of the far right. It's not good. It's a burden, and people are tired of it. And that's how people will vote in a big way. Oh, because of women who don't want to live in Gilead. Is that it? I don't watch that show, so ugh, nightmare. Kelly says, day drinking. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, Miss Sheila Coulter saying, vodka's vegan. Yes. By the way, again, I really recommend the conversation between it's on YouTube, the conversation between Michael Steele and John Fugelsang. Really, really great discussion. Just put it on when you're, doing dishes or whatever, and just put it like instead of normal speed, put it on like 1.25. I do that a lot because I watch a lot of YouTube. And I watch other readers, and I learn all kinds of things, and I spend a lot of time on YouTube, so that helps a lot. All right. So. All right, at 34 minutes in, CC Ryder had a question. And thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And I know this evening will not be many people's cups of tea. As much as I think the astrology helps, I'll tell you, every time I do astrology, the numbers just go poof. And it's like, am I that bad? Jeez, okay. But anyway, please look at the Wisconsin governor's race between Evers and Michels. Looks like Michels. Evers, Michels. I can't remember how to say that guy's name. I used to know, but I haven't heard it in a long time. Correct me if I'm wrong. For now, I'm just going to say Evers and Michels or Michels. I don't know how to say these people's names. So, Michels says he he will rig the elections in 2024, so a Dem can't win Wisconsin if he wins. All right. Electra says astrology is hard to grasp, so people tune out when they don't understand. I understand. Trillium Tarot, thank you. It's pronounced Michels. He's a construction guy. Okay, thank you. And is it Evers or Evers? Is it forever or is it like even? Let me know, please. All right. Evers and Michels. CC Riders, guys, read that Daily Beast link about the polls. Very interesting. Just skim through. Good. Darren, is there a book, Astrology for Dummies? I think there is, actually. I don't know that it's good, but there is. Oh, boy. Trillium Terror says, I've heard Evers both ways. Fair enough. Hermit. Well, that's Evers. That's Evers, whichever, however you say his name. He's been, I mean, the state government is been run by Republicans, and they have done every possible thing they can to make his life miserable. As a matter of fact, the courts had to step in because when Evers won the election, but there was that gap of time before he took office, the Republicans in the state legislature literally started stripping the position of governor of powers, like taking powers away from the governor until a judge had to step in and go, excuse me, cease and desist. Sarah says, I live in Wisconsin. It's awful. Oh, sorry. Christine says it's Evers as in forever. Evers. Okay, thank you. Sarah says our assembly is worthless. Sorry. Thank you, Suvi. All right. Evers. High Priestess. Knight of Swords. Hemmed in. But he's fighting for the women who are hemmed in. This is women. I'm getting really strong feeling of women here. And they think he's fighting for them. I wonder if this is going to end up being known as the women's election. All right, Michels. Look, it's a knight. How far right is this guy? 9 of Cups. And the burden. Oh, he's fighting for the far right, but it's a burden, and I've got Democrats in the middle. It could be votes, but why is it? Trillium saying, remember several years ago, Dems fled the state to Illinois in order to avoid a quorum for Republicans to rubber stamp stuff. Yep. Yep. Joanne says, is it okay to launch a new creative project on a lunar eclipse? It's a full moon. That's usually when things come to completion. But so the best time to launch creative endeavors is technically at a new moon and making sure it is not a Mercury retrograde. But we're not in a Mercury retrograde, so I wouldn't stress. And when people who are born during eclipse, they tend to be a lot of leaders will often have that in their chart. So no, it could be worse. Electra Storm says, Wisconsin used to be blue. What happened? I don't know. I lived in Wisconsin twice. I have voted in that state many a time. 2 different places. And Sarah McGuire says you should begin new endeavors on a new moon. Yeah. Governor's race. Now the Republicans have things lined up. Choosing to vote, whole lot of stress. See, this feels better for Michels. That this is women voting. And he's a king, but he's not the emperor. But this is annoying. The energy is really muddled. Sherlock Holmes is reminding us that there is gerrymandering. Sarah's saying Wisconsin Republicans have pitted the metro areas against everyone else who is rural. They definitely want the state. Magician, Hermit, Ten of Cups. And then the energy swings back to Evers. So Michael's, he's standing up, but there's a Hermit card here. And again, I've got happy Democratic families. So if I was going to, based on those readings and the energy, I'd have to say Evers. But, oh, Allison, I'm not sure. I've got my questions for today. And I'm not even sure how, I can't even say I'll cover it later tomorrow because I have so many races to cover. But thank you. I may get to that. I'll see if I can get to Connecticut. Thank you. Dems is saying Vegas isn't even giving odds on the midterms. Really? Really? Wow. All right, 42. Dr. Nancy had a question. How big of a hassle will the inevitable challenges to the election results be? Will any be taken seriously? Legal Palooza? Kevin says, I had a great cheeseburger in Rhinelander once. All right, I went to a fantastic restaurant just outside of Austin. Up in the hills. All right, Legal Palooza. How much of a problem is it going to be? It's already started. Midterm election, Lollapalooza, Legal Palooza. Sun. It's a lot. It's going to make a lot of lawyers a whole lot of money. Oh, who was it who just, Trillium Terror was asking Kevin, was it with cheese curds? They go stale quickly, but if they're fresh, they squeak. Cheese curds when you bite into them. Here's the thing though. In a year and a half, I will have been vegan for 20 years. So I've never had a cheese curd. Strength. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Moon. Death. We are going to be fine. They are going to waste oceans of money fighting, trying to change votes. And when it doesn't work, they're going to be very upset. Giovanna, thank you. Thank you. You have a beautiful name. That does not look good for them. And we're over here and we're like, we're good. And oh my gosh, the amount of money they're going to burn through. Kevin says, it's like, oh, you're from California. Do you know Bob? Don't you know Bob? Not everybody knew Bob. Thank you, Tarot with Ruby. That's very sweet. All right. 40. So, they're just going to waste a whole lot of money. 45.30. Guess what? Grifter's gonna grift. Whoops. All right. There are tens of thousands of dollars worth of expensive gifts that were given to Trump by foreign leaders during his presidency that don't seem to have made it to the National Archives. I'm shocked. As per law, will anything be done about it? Okay. Gifts to Trump. Expensive gifts for Trump. Does anybody care? Is anybody going to do something about that? Oh, he's so awful. He's so awful. Tara Thurby says, I don't even live in the U.S. and I'm nervous about your election. So we're going to be okay. We really are. We are going to be okay. And when I had it, it was so sweet of Jen Lynn and Johnny and Lori and Sienna to come on yesterday. Oh, it was so sweet. But I made sure while they were here, I got their answer to, will we lose our democracy? No. Okay. Janelle says, why don't our laws apply to him? Because up until now, we've had 2 levels of justice. And Pluto in Capricorn has said, oh, hierarchy. Gosh, that doesn't seem fair. Hierophant. I am asking about all of the gifts, expensive gifts Trump got while he was president that should have gone to the National Archives. And lo and behold, poof. Oh, I'm glad yesterday's stream gave me a lot of hope. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you. All right, 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Ace of Cups, Emperor. It's not like there's no record. And he was Trump, the far right and the Republicans, they caused all kind of smoke screen and cover. And there is a record. There is somebody looking into it. I don't know that it's the highest priority, but it does feel like someone's looking into it, of what he got as the emperor. Will anything come of it? It's the IRS. I really want them to have a really good look at Trump's tax returns and the millions he's received that perhaps he shouldn't have. It's a refusal. It's mine. It's mine. I'm not listening to you. Or you either give it to the National Archive, you give it to the country, you give it to the government, whatever. Or you just say, no, thank you. He didn't do that. Of course he didn't do that. This is an investigation, things coming to light, but this is quiet as a tomb, and I wonder if he has sold stuff. It's like, I don't have it. You can say I was supposed to, but I don't have it. Yeah, well, take a good look at your finances, maybe. Janelle says, we're going to see exactly how much money he doesn't have. Exactly. Three of Wands. Ace of Pentacles, big chunks of money. Moon. It wasn't necessarily things. That wasn't the big deal. The issue is, you know, the money that's being, I won't say laundered, but the Saudi money going through Trump's supposed golf tournament thing. And just chaos. But mostly what's really hurting him is, and he is really upset about the monitor over Griftco, Trump.org. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, it feels like, I mean, there's a lot. And to you and I, whatever these things were, that would be crazy amounts of money for us. But compared to what they're actually looking at, compared to the level of the top secret documents, the IRS issues, the everything Letitia James is looking at, this is small potatoes. It's not going to disappear completely, but it's small potatoes is what it feels like. So. All right, at 51:30, Trump apologized to Matt Gaetz on behalf of the country. Oh, sick. Get stuffed. I'm sorry, get stuffed. Trump apologized to Gaetz on behalf of the country for the trafficking probe Gaetz is being investigated for. At the same rally, Gaetz referred to Trump as, quote, "Oh, Big Daddy Don," unquote. When everything comes out, will there be proof Trump shielded Gaetz from charges in some way? Well, I don't know that he could, but ugh. Trump apologized to Gaetz on behalf of the country for the trafficking probe. Get stuffed. Trump and Gaetz. Birds of the grossest feathers. Secrets about women. Oh, yeah, well, they've got that in common. Fool. Six of Swords. Page of Cups. Temperance. King of Cups. No. No. And it came out in the news weeks ago that they said, well, the FBI has said that sources in the FBI say that there's no ongoing, there's no actual investigation of Gaetz anymore. They're not going to press charges. Really, sources said that, when the actual FBI won't say anything until charges are brought. So they can't really come out and say, excuse us, that's not true. But lo and behold, he's in the House of Representatives and he's up for re-election. So there are people who think he's not going to be held accountable. There's nothing to charge him for. Oh, you mean like potentially moving a minor across state lines? Blech. They're gross. They're both of them. These are the poor victims. Bless. But this feels like a prosecutor who actually is like, no, this cannot continue. This cannot continue. This is somebody who cares about these victims more than these pinheads. I like that. Is it Sigrun? On behalf of what country? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This energy gives me the creeps. I'm moving on because all right, 55 and a bit. Cheryl had a question. 20. All right. Cheryl was asking, when the dust has settled on January 6th, what's going to happen with Kevin McCarthy and Mark Meadows? All right, I think that's 2 questions. Let's have a look at Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy. Mr. Misery. He's going to be miserable if he doesn't become speaker. He's going to be miserable if he does. He will accomplish nothing because Mr. Mediocre, Mr. Kevin McCarthy, Mr. Mediocre Misery, Mr. Miserable Mediocre, Mediocrity, Mr. Miserable Mediocrity. What's going to happen to you, Mr. Miserable Mediocrity? So if you did not live in a patriarchy, you would not be in the position you're in, because without the advantages you get by being male, white, etc., you're really average. Fool. So Kevin McCarthy, once the dust is settled on January 6th, what's going to happen to Kevin McCarthy? 3 of Wands, Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles, Thief card, and 7 of Pentacles, the fruits of labor, stolen fruits of labor. Well, if we're talking about January 6th, for what it's worth, entertainment only, YouTube, this is hello, sweetheart. This is not saying that he had nothing to do with anything. Jolie says that first card said it all. Yeah. Hello, sweet pea. How are you doing? You doing okay? You are the good boy. We've had a very exciting morning, haven't we? We had strangers in the house. We had all kind of noises. It was a very intense morning. This little one, he just bolted. He found a little quiet little hidey hole, which is what he does when he's stressed. See, Torino says try below average. Christine says, I think we've run out of adjectives, at least polite ones, to describe these. Yeah. McCarthy, what is that? It's funny. That looks like you don't have enough votes. 6 of Cups. King of Cups. Justice. Doesn't look good for you, buddy. I have to trust in my guides and the cards, because I'm just getting Democrats are going to do better than expected. It's what I just get it day after day, week after week, reading after reading. And even with all my fears, I keep getting the same thing. Scott says, mandatory displaying of the backside achieved. I'm sorry. Did I not? Oh gosh, when he turned around, I didn't cover. I didn't push his tail down. I apologize. I try not to let you guys get the full effect. Sorry. Oh, Sheila the quilter. Thank you. Thank you. Makes a difference. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Glenda. Dale says, Bobo. And Glenda says, beautiful kitty. And Sheila saying, kitty love. Yes. Janelle says, your cat is beautiful. Why, thank you. I love them both. All right. 1 hour in. Let's have a look at, Tim says, full Monty with the cat is normal. I like that. All right. 1 hour in. We're looking at Meadows. Ah, yes, Mark Meadows. There's my, okay, here we go. Mark Meadows. Mr. Profiles in Courage. This is my impersonation of Mark Meadows. Profile in Courage. I can't do anything. He won't listen to me. That was Mark Meadows on January 6th. Genosis, how could he scroll on his phone while people were getting massacred? Don't ask me. I couldn't just sit there. Friend says he wants his, Boo Boo and Kitty wants his blankie in the chair. Probably. Yes. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, C. Torino. Thank you, Darren. Mark Meadows, Mr. Profile in Courage. Oh, look. The Capitol's being raided. People have broken in. And you are sitting in your office scrolling through your phone. Okay, just scrolling. Queen of Swords. Ugh. Six of Wands. Knight of Swords. Seven of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Again, investigations, aggressive law enforcement. You guys tried to overturn the elections. Fruits of labor. There's something in all of those messages and whatnot that are going to come back to haunt him. Gosh, it feels like he can't breathe. Like, eight. Okay, working. Oh, I was just doing my job. Let me guess, you were just carrying out orders when you performed or were complicit in atrocities. Three of Wands, allegedly. Knight of Wands, Three of Cups. Oh yeah, I think you look good, but no, people are going to be held accountable. So it just, I mean, when I think of Kevin McCarthy, I don't often, but I want to sneer at McCarthy. And it feels like I won't be the only one. It feels like judges will be sneering at him, and just people in general. You're going down in history, dude. You're going down with a sneer of disgust from everybody else, or most everybody else. So, okay. Allison, is he the one who skipped or ran through the Capitol on January 6th? Oh, no. That was Holly. That was Holly. Yes, it was. Mr. Big fist to the protesters. Yeah, I'm one of you. And then as soon as they attacked the building, he was... Yeah. Yeah, at some point I had a... Oh, and his energy is just gross. Oop. Sorry, that was not me. That was the sound effects. I accidentally hit something. There was something in here I had. It was like running or something. And it was I was like, oh, there we go. That would be, yeah, I don't know where it is. That would be Gaetz. But I don't have it handy. Oh, no, that's peeling off in a car. All right. Oh well, I had one. But yeah, that's Holly. Sarah says, just an FYI, Pelosi's poll numbers don't look great. Well, there's a lot of talk about she might retire sooner rather than later. As you were saying, the kitty wants the blanket on the chair. Yes, he wants the blanket on the chair. All right, let's do the blanket on the chair. Because you are adorable, and you'll be very noisy until I do this. Yes, well, you will be very noisy. All right, close. Just fold this. How do I fold this? Let's fold it this way. All right. Fold this. Do this. We're going to fold this in half. We're going to move the pillow. Yes. Yes, we're going to move the pillow. There. Put this here. And move that. And then we'll pick up the kitty. Oh, you will go there. And you will do the blankie. There you go. Oh, he's a good boy. Good boy. Oh, whoops. All right. Do sweet boo. Thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, Sharon, I agree. Stop watching the polls. It's just depressing. Stupidity. All right. Gma had a question. 107. Let's see here. 107. Will the MAGAs get tired or disappointed because they realize Trump is just dangling a carrot in front of them that he's running? Or do they never get the point? Well, how's MAGA going to respond when they realize that old Trumple Thinskin ain't running? And you just gave him all that money for nothing except his own coffers, his own luxurious lifestyle. By the way, I looked. Do we not all love Cash Peter's impersonation of Trump? It's awesome. He really captures the spirit of the man. So MAGAs, he can't run. He'll lose too much money if he runs. Dr. Nancy says, I looked at the Daily Beast on polling. They say it's useless. I agree. Knight of Swords. He wants them to. He wants him to fight for them. For what? He's asking you for stupid amounts of money. For what? He's not in power. You have drunk the cafefe. High Priestess. Six of Swords. Oh, gonna find some other person to be a sucker for. Give them your money. Yeah, they're gonna find a whole like DeSantis or somebody else. When the secrets come out about Trump, they'll just find some other demagogue. Yep, give them lots of money. We're desperate to save our country. Really? Can you go to the grocery store? Yeah. Can you get to work? Yeah. Save the country from what? Okay. Oh, Stewart Rhodes. Stewart Rhodes. You're going to love this. Another profile in courage. Head of the oath creepers, the people who are going to stand for their oath to the country, to America. They are strong. And Stewart Rhodes has officially tossed his fellow oath creepers under the bus, run them over, and then threw the bus in reverse to have another go. Quote, "I didn't want them getting wrapped up in all the nonsense with Trump supporters." He is swearing he did not want his people going to the Capitol. I didn't want that. That's on them. I didn't. No. Stewart Rhodes. Tarot has a headline: National Park Service urges visitors not to lick toxic psychedelic toads. Seriously, if you were just sitting by a pond, would you like someone coming up and licking your back? Stranger? Yeah. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. But also think of the toad. Ew. What the? Stewart Rhodes. Oh no, I didn't want them going. No, not at all. Yeah, exactly, Tim. So now we have to teach stranger danger to toads. Yeah, nice try. Nice try, Stewie. Knight of Cups, Devil card, Two of Wands. I'm going to guess that the government has some communication. Just a thought, just a possibility that the government, they've got communication that might say otherwise. So what's going to happen to Stewart Rhodes? Roxana said, "Well, it's not easy being green." I love you guys. I actually love you guys. Oh. Fool. Yes, Stewart Rhodes, you are a fool. Three of Cups. Hanged Man. Knight of Cups. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, this is, it's like a court and they're coming after him, and the people in the court who are sitting in, they're like, good, there's going to be someone held accountable, and he's just dangling from the chandelier upside down. You're in so much trouble. And down in the court, they're holding you accountable. That's the mental image I'm getting. So yeah. Sit down. All right. Do we have time for any more? Let me see. You know what? I'm getting out of the country. Last questions. It's 1:34. Is it important in the grand scheme of things? Not really. But is it important in the idea of this cannot continue? This should not be socially accepted. This is not. We're just going to be petty here for a minute. Prince Andrew is apparently beside himself in tears after King Charles informed him he is permanently barred from royal duty. Woe's he. He cried. He was sure that over time he would be able to work his way back in after giving $12 million, was it 12 million, to the woman who accuses him of all of that when she was underage. Please tell me this is the beginning of a new dawning, or is Andrew going to worm his way back? Please hold these jerks accountable. And Max, Ghislaine Maxwell, why aren't the men? Why isn't all the men involved? Why aren't they going to prison? Why aren't they public? Anyway, that's a different thing. Page of Cups, Queen of Swords, and a Seven of Swords, as in you're done. No, you hurt children. No, you can't come back. You're not accepted. The days of men being able to behave that badly with no repercussions are lessening. I'm not going to say it's not that all of them are going to get caught, all the men doing that heinous kind of stuff, but things are improving. And especially as women gain more power. And men who are allies. So, goodbye, jerk. Yes, Wheezy Squeezebox. Prince Andrew, the man of many teddy bears and temper tantrums. Right. Darren has a bunch of teddy bear emojis. Temperance. Yes. Just because you are offered a thing, considering they consider them things, these women things. So just because you're offered a thing doesn't mean you should take it because you feel like it. Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, Two of Swords. This is people being held accountable, women being safer because of it, and the truth coming out. I like that. Let's do that. That is a great note to leave on for today. But thank you so much for being here. I've covered 12 questions, I believe. Anyway, 11 or 12. It is 1:37 p.m. here in Chicago. Thank you so much for being here. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel to do Creative Sprints. And then this evening at 7 o'clock Central Time, I will be back on this channel to just go through a whole bunch of astrology charts and see how the eclipse is going to be affecting different people in different races. I don't expect it to be wildly popular, but just think of it this way. You could always come and just come and talk to other people in the chat, because I also think the night before the election, it will be good if people can talk amongst themselves. You can talk to each other. You can calm each other down, that kind of stuff. So I will be back here. I will be back on this channel at 7 o'clock this evening. It is currently 1:38 p.m. So, all right, hang in there. You are not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. There are. All right, so hang in there. Take some deep breaths. If you start feeling panicky, just go, okay, I'm going to breathe out slowly. I'm going to breathe in slowly. Breathe out slowly. Seriously, check your breathing, all right? And we're going to get through this. Don't let these jerks get you down. All right. And I'll see you back here later. All right.